So we're going to take a look at the JBL Bar 1300XMK2. This is a soundbar combo, has a subwoofer, a main speaker, and 2 satellite speakers that are wireless, and of course a remote. We're going to unbox this, set this up. If you're interested in product reviews, tech reviews, travel vlogging, subscribe to my channel. I will summarize the features at the end of this video. I'll tell you one thing, the UPS guy struggled with getting this to the door. Watch out, Pops. And I received this product from Best Buy, free of charge for my honest review. That's what you're gonna get. There's the speaker itself. Quite the looker. Okay, so the components here. Let's see what we have. This is one of the satellite speakers. Okay. This is wireless and rechargeable. Here's one of the other satellite speakers. So especially would come in handy here since there's no power and no connections. You just charge it with a USB-C. So 2 satellite speakers, wireless satellite speakers, slow line remote. Looks like it takes this takes 2 AAA batteries. And let's see what the main soundbar looks like. Silica gel pack, do not eat. So this is the actual main soundbar. Okay, it's got a couple of HDMI plugs in the back, 3 HDMI in, a USB, an HDMI out, optical, Ethernet power. Input, volume up and down, top firing speaker on each side here, front firing here. These have contacts here, so I'm thinking these charge. So you can take these and slide them here, and they charge and connect. Plug in here a thing so you can put them on a stand. And there you go. So it's quite the monster. Okay, so there we go. There's a sound bar. Get ultimate 3D spatial sound in seconds without wires. 11.14 channel soundbar system with detachable speakers, Dolby Atmos DTS, Dolby Vision. That's capable for the pass-through, AirPlay, Google Home, Spotify, HDMI room ready, and Google Cast, better known as Chromecast. The Bar 1300XMK2. Okay, so you can charge this either by placing these things on here to charge or with the USB-C connector here. So that gives you a little flexibility, especially if you're gonna mount these somewhere or you're gonna place them somewhere you don't wanna move them all the time. You can just plug in a USB. You could even probably put in a power bank to charge this thing up, or just place it on the edges here till you're ready to use it. And then you can, when you're ready to fire this thing up or watch a movie, you can take these pieces off and place them out as satellites. It is plugged in. Okay, this is powered up and it's waiting to connect. So once I get the sound bar up off the mantle, there it is. Okay, so there is a bit of a display on here, which is interesting, a rolling display. And I guess it's in Bluetooth pairing mode. We will see if we can set this up. First, let's start with the Bluetooth pairing. Bluetooth pairing. There it is, JBL Bar 13MK2. It is pairing, and it is paired. Shows the name of my of the phone that it's paired with, so that's good. Okay, there's like 9 different JBL apps. QR code. Soundbar, quick start guide, getting started, Register your product, owner's manual, spec sheet, product specs, what's in the box, connectors, remote control, wall mounting, connect, sound calibration, Bluetooth pairing, stereo pairing for the rear speakers, multiple speaker connection, app. JBL One is the app we need for this, so my search is over. There's like 9 different apps. JBL One. There we go. Okay, find devices on the local network, yes. Accept the license terms, get started. Find Bluetooth devices, yes. Okay. Ready, network. You have a little bit of an idea what's going on. It is updating the firmware, of course. With everything these days has firmware. So we're doing that. So here's where I landed after spending real time with the JBL Bar 1300XMK2. I've always been a little mixed on soundbars. Nothing truly replaces a full Dolby Atmos AV receiver with dedicated spatial speakers and surrounds. But in the real world, apartments, open floor plans, or people who just don't want to run wires everywhere, a soundbar has its place. And in that category, this is easily one of the best I've used. You're getting a 12-inch, 300-watt subwoofer that looks like a modern end table, more than it looks like a speaker. You're getting a 950-watt main bar that's substantial without being obnoxious. Well, maybe a little obnoxious. And there's the star of the show, the detachable surround sound speakers. JBL absolutely nailed this design. You can dock them on the main bar, pop them off for rear surrounds, run them independently as mono Bluetooth speakers, or even pair them as a wireless stereo set. And in broadcast mode, you can watch the game in one room and have another speaker in another room to simulcast the sound. Perfect for sports, background game listening. You're having a party, that big game every year. Here you go. You can have this sound outside. Performance-wise, the system punches way above what most people expect from a soundbar. We watched Guy Ritchie's Fountain of Youth, and that opening car scene absolutely filled the room. Even in a large open floor plan, the Dolby Atmos sound field was impressive. Tire screeches, engine growls, directional cues, the whole thing felt cinematic. This subwoofer hits hard without falling apart, and the detachable surrounds genuinely expand the soundstage in a way that doesn't feel gimmicky. Setup was painless with the JBL One mobile app, which walks you through everything, connecting the bar, pairing the sub, running firmware updates, calibrating your system per your room using the phone's microphone. It took a few minutes. I was fully up and running in under 30 minutes, unpacking to setting it up. The hiccup I ran into with the detachable speakers was they really needed to be charged overnight before I tried to set them. Pairing them wasn't fun the first time until I let them charge all night, and then it was easy to do the next day. And with the portable surrounds, you can put them anywhere. You can get creative with placement, whatever works best for you. And here's the part that surprised me. This setup actually surpassed my Sony Bravia Theater Bar 8 system. That's a system I had to buy a subwoofer. It didn't even come with it. Both support Dolby Atmos and DTS:X, but the JBL's removable, dockable speakers take the experience to another level. It's one of the most impressive soundbar systems I've tested. So let's break it down. The pros: powerful and loud. 1,570 watts total system output at 1% total harmonic distortion. Not bad. Dolby Atmos and DTS support. Detachable speakers that work as surround speakers or a stereo pair. Broadcast mode. AirPlay 2, Google Cast, Spotify Connect, Amazon Prime Music. A real remote with functionality. 3 HDMI ports, an ARC port, a LAN port, Wi-Fi 2.4 and 5 gigahertz. HDR 10 and Dolby Vision. One of the things downsides with this is that dynamic range is strong, but starts to taper off at higher volumes. So if you crank this thing up, it'll be loud, but it'll sound like a wall of sound. And the subwoofer is not compact. Depending on your space, that's either a problem or a feature. There's really no way to pass Apple Music, Dolby Atmos
sound to the soundbar at the moment. It doesn't have an app for Apple Music. You basically have to put an Apple TV attached to. Maybe that'll change, we'll see. So here's the final verdict. The bottom line, if you're chasing the absolutely best home theater experience, a full receiver-based Dolby Atmos system still wins. But if you want something powerful, flexible, genuinely immersive, without the complexity, the JBL, one of the strongest soundbar systems you can buy right now. The detachable speakers alone push it into a different category. It's not perfect, but it's easily the most impressive soundbar experience I've had to date. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button, drop your questions in the comments. If you have this model, let me know what you think of it. Thanks for watching, and subscribe to my channel for more content like this, travel vlogging, and whatever else I put out there.